Hi, my name is Cindy, and it is time for Just Our Imagination. If you have been here before, thanks for returning. If you're new, welcome to Z9 Designs. Please subscribe and keep watching for the unimaginable. So let's get started. Our first challenge was to make something with a flip-flop. So DIY number 1 is a flip-flop necklace. The supplies needed include 2 flip-flops, a chain, a die cutting machine like a Big Shot, a flower die, and something to punch holes in like an awl. There are many things to make out of flip-flops, so I have 2 items and will show you how I made a necklace out of a flip-flop. I took a flip-flop and cut it a piece in the back, that's by the heel area, but because it was still thick, I had to thin it out by cutting it in half, as you see here, so it would not be so thick. Then I placed my flower die on top and ran it through my die cutting machine. It just happened to be a Big Shot. It revealed a beautiful pink flower, but I had to do a little trimming with my scissors. And so I had some plain pink flowers and some flowers with the flip-flop print on the surface. Once I got the flowers together, I alternated the print and planned to assemble the necklace. I put jump rings between each flower by punching and opening on each side of the flower. And once that was done, I took the chain and connected the last flower on each side. Look at this creation, from flippity-flop to a stunning necklace. Let me know what you think. Just Our Imagination is a collaboration with the hosts Rustic Lace DIY and Kathy Jo DIY. The guest host is Craft Crumbs. This is a fun collaboration, and I had a great time making the unimaginable. And this collaboration can take you out of your comfort zone. I am so glad I joined this DIY collaboration because it keeps my mind sharp. So join us next time. These women are expert at making the unimaginable with their unique imaginative minds. They also have been super helpful to each one of us. So be sure to subscribe, like, save, and comment. The link to their channels are listed in the description box below. Now, there are other collaborators out there like me that have used their imagination to make some interesting DIYs. Therefore, be sure to subscribe to their channels. Give them a thumbs up and some encouraging words. The playlist is in the description box below. So let's get on to imagination number 2, flip-flop coasters. The supplies needed include 2 flip-flops, hot glue, some jewels, and scissors. That is it. This was an easy DIY to make, so I used my imagination with some help from Pinterest. I cut the front of the flip-flop and left the opening to the toe post. That's what it's called, I find out. There are parts to a flip-flop. I took some hot glue and put it in the empty toe post, and then I rejoined the strap. After that, I made 2 slits on the sides of the circle and inserted the straps on each side. Now, of course, I put some hot glue in the slits to secure the straps. Now it was time to jazz it up with some sparkly jewels on the straps. You put your glass between the straps and place some pretty napkins on the side, and you have some jazzy, pretty coasters. This is a great idea to have at a pool or any casual summer event. So let me know what you think. So there you go. Next, we had to make something out of tumbling tower blocks. So I was inspired by something I saw on Antique Farmhouse, but it's not exactly like that, but kind of the same idea, or you could say principle. Imagine number 3, a metal Christmas tree with tumbling tower blocks. So let's see where my supplies came from. Tumbling tower blocks, and I didn't use all of the box, but I took out the brown ones. There were brown ones, and then there were like natural wood ones. I used the brown ones. Wood glue from Dollar Tree, a wire Christmas tree shape from Target, white pom-poms from Dollar Tree, Christmas ornaments of various colors from Dollar Tree, and a faux Christmas tree. The wire Christmas tree was already on a wood base, which I purchased from the dollar section at Target last year. So I took out my tumbling tower blocks and began gluing them with wood around the base. And I used a darker tumbling tower blocks. These were used to give it kind of an old world look. I just put glue on the bottom of the tumbling tower blocks and started around the wood base until I got to where the metal piece began. That was part of the tree. Then I cut a piece of block and squeezed it into the smaller space so I wouldn't have a real big gap there, and glued it in place. Now, this gives a simple rustic look for the holidays. A faux Christmas tree was put in the middle, and I styled it first with some white pom-poms. I put them in the bottom. That kind of gave it a wintry look. And next, I used some traditional Christmas ornaments of red, silver, and gold. And this can be used as a centerpiece. In fact, it can be filled with candy, ornaments, or whatever else you want to put in there. So what a nice rustic look. Next, we had to use a placemat to make a DIY. So, imagination, a placemat flower holder. The supplies needed include a multicolored placemat, hot glue, and a glass hurricane. That is it. I had one placemat that had pretty, I guess you could say, summer or even spring colors. I measured and cut it to fit around the hurricane. It was pretty and simple. But I decided to make it look like a shirt. So I folded it down the front 2 pieces to look like, a guy's shirt. They're GQ. And I put some flowers in it, and it looks so pretty when you do a place setting. So again, I had another placemat, and I couldn't decide which one I wanted to do, so I did both. And it is a placemat utensil holder. I think this is so cool. The supplies needed include one placemat, and this placemat I got from the Dollar Tree, and it has a fork, knife, and spoon on it, and the words Bon Appetit. And so the other supplies that you need include hot glue, a leather string, some wooden utensils, again, your Big Shot die cutting machine, a hurricane glass, and a rectangle die. Now, I love this one a lot. I cut out the knife, fork, and spoon, and hot glued it to the front of the glass hurricane. Then I took my die cutting machine and placed the die over the words Bon Appetit. And it made the imprint, but I thought it was going to cut it out together, but I had to cut around it with my scissors, but the imprint was there, so that was good. It wasn't any problem. I took a leather string and tied it around the hurricane, and it tied on the Bon Appetit words and the knife, fork, and spoon. Then I placed my wooden utensils inside the container, and it looks so unique, and I'm so proud to have this in my kitchen. It looks so good. So if you have liked this imagination collaboration, please subscribe to my channel and join in the fun. My channel is growing. It's a little slow, but it's growing. So keep on watching and follow me on social media, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. And thanks for watching, and I appreciate all of your comments. And you might need to hit that little bell so that you will be notified every time I upload. I had someone that said they weren't getting the notifications. Sometimes you get kicked off, and sometimes you have to click the little bell so that you will know when I upload. Remember, there is no destination. The journey is all that there is, and it can be very joyful. See you later. Bye-bye.